Good morning, it's Phil Thatch here, and today I'm at Harrison Bay State Park, Camping Area C, and it's a little different than it was this winter when it was bitter cold. Camping Area C was completely empty, nobody camping. Today it's probably, I don't know, a fifth of the way full. I've found myself a location to hang around where nobody's at, and hopefully some birds and things will start showing up out there. Here comes someone walking their dog, but it is March the 14th. Some people call that Pi Day, and the entire Tennessee River Park is closed, so that's why I've chosen this spot to hang around. But let's see what we can find. I had to get out of the car to get these pictures at Camping Area C of this tufted titmouse, and here is a golden crown kinglet. This is the more difficult to get a photograph of the two kinglets that we get around here, the golden crown and the ruby crown. And these pictures aren't great, but I'm still really happy to get them because a golden crown kinglet is so difficult. Okay, well, I've left Camping Area C now. Matter of fact, that's Camping Area C over there behind me. You may be able to see a lot of campers. And I'm over here at this little loop that kind of turns around at the end of the road that Camping Area C is on. And it has water on both sides of it. That's the Harrison Bay Marina right there. Over there's the fishing pier. Right over there is Camping Area C that you hear me talk about all the time. But I'm over here. You follow the road past Camping Area C and it comes down to this cul-de-sac, or loop I guess I should call it. But anyway, I've been shooting this morning. Been using the Z6 and the 200-500 with the FTZ. And while I was over at Camping Area C, I saw a golden crown kinglet and got some really poor photos of it as it hid from me in a bunch of brush. And over here I've seen a red-headed nuthatch and a couple other things. I want to show you over here. I saw the nuthatch in some of these pine trees. I saw a pine warbler for just a moment, and I've been hearing Carolina wrens and things, but look, see, there's water over there too. And in the summertime when the water's up, that little muddy area that you can walk across to that island is underwater. But this time of year they have the water down, and so you can walk right across. But like I say, other than right over there where the road comes in, there's water all the way around this thing. I gotta tell you, other than this picture having a pine warbler in it, it's pretty much garbage. Here's a brown-headed nuthatch upside down as usual, and I wonder if they nest in the cavities that they burrow out, because if so, I may know a nesting spot for these. And here is some stuff growing on the side of a tree. My friend Michael Daniel gets pictures of birds in that stuff. I was happy just to find some of that stuff. And here's a Z6 video of the brown-headed nuthatch. I went to switch lenses. I was going to put my 500 f4 on, as you can see here, with the 1.4 teleconverter, and it was already attached to my D500, and there were some sparrows pretty close to the car before I got around to swapping all that to the Z6. And I went to take pictures of the sparrow, and I just decided to keep shooting with the D500. My subjects today are really small, so the extra 1.5 crop of the DX or APS-C sensor is working better for me today than the Z6's full frame sensor. So I think I'm going to shoot for a while with the D500 and the 500 f4 and the 1.4 teleconverter. I'm still in that loop, but at another location. You can see Camping Area C over there. I'm kind of at the entrance to that loop that I showed you before. There's the loop way back there, and I had kind of given up a little bit, but as I was leaving, at the very last area, as it gets wooded again, I found a red-headed woodpecker, which is kind of the bird that's been the official bird of Harrison Bay State Park for this winter that we're just coming out of now. And I was able to get some stills of it with the D500 and the 1.4 teleconverter and the 500 f4, and some video with the Z6 and the 200 to 500. And as I'm making this video, I see two more red-headed woodpeckers, but they are kind of way in the distance. I'm sure they're in the frame, but you probably can't see them. But anyway, I did a lot from this spot, and I'm sure it'll be in this video. Alright, here is a red-headed woodpecker. If only I could get it to turn its head a little bit so I could get a better photo. Ah, there you go. Thank you very much. That's much better. And now maybe if it can turn its head around backwards so we can see the classic red-headed woodpecker pose. And there we have all three. I know a chipping sparrow is nothing to write home about, but this is my favorite photograph of the day, not specifically because of the bird, but I just like the whole composition and the moss and just everything. You can see in some of these clips, and specifically in this one, that the Z6 sensor was dirty. I actually took my lens off in the field and blew it out with a bulb blower, but that is certainly one thing about a mirrorless camera. It is easier to get debris on your sensor. Here's a few more red-headed woodpecker stills that I made with the D500 to go along with the Z6 videos. And you know, I think every single one of these stills and videos is the same red-headed woodpecker, and it was taken over time. I kept coming back and visiting the woodpecker over and over. Here is a hawk that they have, a captive hawk that they have at Harrison Bay State Park, and they also have a captive turkey vulture, and I stopped by for just a moment, didn't even get out of the car, and made these two clips quickly. Okay, well, that's about enough of that. Hung around Harrison Bay State Park for 2 or 3 hours and saw this and that. Definitely not a banner day for bird photography, but it was always, or it is always, nice to see a red-headed woodpecker. And I'd been there quite a long time before I found one, and I ended up seeing, I think, 2. And I got some photographs and some video for you. So that ought to be enough to put a video together for today. And I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Whoa, camera sliding. Bye-bye.